The image of English language is basically something which we consider as a mark of success, talent, very much smart, somebody who can speak English very fluently, correctly, whether it is many a time correct or not, but if you are fluent, and one thing which is very mandatory is to speak English confidently. Hello everyone, my name is Arun Tiwari, and in today's video I am going to discuss some basic problems of life with which you all must agree with my point. Okay, and the point is, why do we feel so much depressed, so much nervous, so much you can say that not confident while speaking English? Yes, you heard me correct. Speaking English fluently and correctly is one of the basic problems with which we all must have suffered, or many of you must be suffering. Okay, and you might be wondering, many of the YouTubers, how can they speak so fluently even though they belong to native Hindi family, and then too their English is very fluent. So wait, I think I've got some basic issues with which I can deal with that, and I can give you some basic solutions with which you can overcome with these problems. Well, basically, I've been example of that one. Uh, since I started my schooling, I wasn't so good in English. Let me tell you very clearly. And today I'm an English teacher, so I feel proud on myself. ठीक? And that is the thing which I think everybody should have whenever they are taking this as a part of language, or if they think that English is something which is a necessity for their life. Okay. Well, I have made note of this one. You might be wondering with the size of this one, but this depends on, it was the paper like this only, so I cut it out. So I made note of this one. मैंने इसकी note बनाई हुई है, and few basic points which I'm going to discuss today. I hope you must love the session. So if you love the session, do like, share, and subscribe, friends. So friends, basically now let us discuss what is the main problem behind all these scenario, the environment that we have created. The image of English language is basically something which we consider as a mark of success, talent, very much smart, somebody who can speak English very fluently, correctly, whether it is many a time correct or not, but if you are fluent, and one thing which is very mandatory is to speak English confidently. Something, when we come across many people, we might feel so much nervous. The most important problem, or the thing that people, think in their mind is that the problem of being judged. कि there is people who are going to, there are people who are going to judge you, जो आपको judge करेंगे. So that is something I think that was there in my mind also, and I must be agreeing with that one. It is the problem of each and every common man who is trying to, learn English. So there are a few basic problems, and I'm going to give you some basic, solutions, and they are really amazing. Believe me, they are really amazing when you are going to apply them. Basic rules, you can consider your day-to-day activity life. Even though you don't have to do something, there is no capsule of that one that you need to apply if you want to speak English. And I think that you need to apply that in your life, and definitely you will find the, big change in yourself. So first of all, we will be discussing about the problem, why we feel so much, depressed, nervous, and afraid. The word I should use, we are so much in fear when we are going to speak English in front of people. The main reason behind that is, first of all, of course, the fear of being judged, and second one is that to underestimate, our own selves. We, whenever we go in front of people, we consider the people who are in front of us more superior, talented, more fluent to us, and that makes you inferior as compared to other. At that particular place, you keep yourself on the backbench. Just because you kept this thing in your mind, that person who is sitting in front of me is better than me. वो मेरे से better है. Well, in that scenario, I would suggest you one thing to change your perspective of about particular situation. Well, that person might be good, better, or even best also, but that is nowhere related to our talent. We have something that is related to us only. It cannot be in that particular person. One thing that you can consider in yourself, I have something amazing in myself, which I don't need to compromise with anyone. Okay. So first problem what you have is that fear of being judged, of course. So you need not to worry about that. There is no one who is going to judge you. Well, it is easier said than done. Of course, I can understand, but this is how it is. You have to take the initiative. Keep your mind focused. Forget things like somebody is going to observe you, or is there anyone who is going to judge you or mark you. Nobody is going to mark you. Nobody is perfect. The best way to keep yourself motivated, nobody is perfect. Everybody, do some mistake in their life, and what we are going to do, that is going to impact in our future. So one is, this is the first solution. Second, as I told you, you underestimate yourself. Never do that. This is the best time you overcome with your fears. Give your 110%. Be vigilant. Be present with everywhere. And whenever you are going to represent yourself in front of anyone, feel like something where you give your 110%, and everything whatever you are going to give from bottom of your heart. 110% just झोंक दो अपने आप को. No need to show off. If you're going to show off, then definitely you are going to fail in that one. That's 100% true. So then one of the reason which I mentioned over here in while I was reading one of the book that I mentioned in my book also, I'll be definitely sharing with that all of you, that we start questioning to ourselves, and question that to negative, not positive sense. We start questioning ourselves in a negative way. Are we capable enough? Can we do that? Like, can I do this? I think that person is better than me. So when you start, putting question mark on your own ability, that is the point when you keep yourself away from your goal. So if you want to be focused, if you want to be on top, if you want to be entirely dedicated towards your goal, one thing which you should never do that, and that is never underestimate one thing, never question on your own ability, and third thing, always motivate yourself. How can you motivate? Now the question comes. Try to come out with the positive things. Instead of questioning on negative things, boost yourself by thinking some positive. For example, somebody ask you a line, okay, तुझे यही मिला था करने के लिए, and you did not know how to make this English, but at the very previous moment you made a line when somebody asked you कहाँ गया था, दिख नहीं रहा इतने दिन से, and you made it very correctly. Where were you? I haven't we haven't been to since long. So आपने इसका बहुत अच्छे से इंग्लिश बनाया, but very next sentence you couldn't. So instead of going to that one, यार ये तो मेरे से नहीं बना, अब क्या सोचेगा वो, it's better to go to the previous one. Yes, I made one sentence which I was never used to be, and I did it today. This is something with which you can positively motivate yourself. Every day, if you are trying to learn, your target is to learn 50 sentences, and you made it only 30. So motivate yourself for that 30, rather than putting question on yourself for not doing 20. Okay, be happy with what you did. In fact, be happy and motivate yourself. This is the third point. Never question on your ability. Never underestimate yourself. Never be negative. And fourth and very important, as I told you, never think about being judged. Okay, so these are something that you should never do this. And one more point which I mentioned over is there. In our society, as I told you, speaking English is not only related to your efficiency, it also gives you a place in society where people think that wow yaar kya English bolta hai. So we consider English not as a language. Okay, even though we are studying English from first standard up to 12th standard, college and university level, but still English has created an entire empire in people's mind, where we think like if you can speak English fluently, correctly, you are a successful person. This is something which, and I hope at some point of time English is spread in these requirements also, and that of course put one more star to your personality. So you should never underestimate this language. It's not like we are underestimating other language, or I am against other language. Of course I can speak Hindi very well. I am a native Hindi speaker. None of us are native English speaker. हम सब Hindi speaker ही हैं natively. But at some point of time we should agree to this point. Of course, speaking English is very important, in order to get job professionally, for your professionalism, for corporate sector, everywhere where you want to work. Right now, English is something that puts you on international level. If you have talent and you want to represent yourself, your company, your society, your country, this is something which basically I think it is required, and now everybody should focus on that one. One of the point, nowadays you might have seen, lakhs of videos on YouTube where you will find people giving so many options. Go and talk to the people, stand in front of the mirror, try to practice few sentences every day, enrich your vocab, 10 to 15 words you write down every day, write down Hindi sentences and then translate them in English, learn with the beginning, learn through frame sentences. There are so many things, but I personally think that unless and until you yourself do not take the initiative, it is mighty impossible task to do it. But once you decide, this is very easy. I myself take an example of that. When you can take me as an example, I am native Hindi speaker. Up to 10th standard I have only spoken Hindi language. And from after 12th, I think since 2009, I've been into this field of teaching, and I've been to so many students throughout these years, and those students have always taught me. So one thing that you should always have, one quality, the quality of learning from every child. It's not like I'm a teacher, how can a child teach me? If a child is pointing out some problem, some pronunciation error, you're not able to pronunciate a particular word correctly, you pronunciate it wrong, but somebody pointed you out and you found very embarrassing to yourself कि यार मुझे बहुत embarrassing feel हो रहा है, something pointed out on my pronunciation. No, it's okay, but something you learned today. So impress yourself with what you have learned. There is no other motivation as impactful as your own self motivation is the only thing which is going to help you. So I was talking about some basic things that can help you. Read as much as English books. I think that is something which will help you to learn day to day English. When you read common books which are in English, see, if you go in library, you will find n number of books written in English. There, if you see novels, life story of particular autobiography of so many people, you will find sentences which are very common in day-to-day life, because it is describing that particular person's life. तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा relate करता है आपकी day-to-day life में. So you will find so many sentences over there. Second, of course, reading newspaper will definitely help you. We have three types of listener. One who are visual learner, they see and they learn. Second, who are auditory learner, they listen and they learn. And third are those who are learner or writer, or learning by writing. I'm one of those kind of child. I was and I am still, who learn by writing. If I have to learn something, I immediately start writing, and that is the reason whenever I sit today, I decided this one, why not let's make a video on this one. I made this content. So this is something I do. If you find yourself, whether you are visual learner, in terms of English, you need to be a little bit good at auditory. Auditory learners have more benefit of this one. So podcast, something which I applied from last I think 6 months. I've been to so many podcasts. You go to YouTube, best platform, search English spoken podcast. आप English spoken podcast search करिए. There are so many podcasts in different language, American English, British English. You will get British English podcast. Just have your earpods on. Listen 20 to 25 minutes every day. It's basic conversation of between two people on different occasions, visiting bank, visiting different places, meeting people, and how they converse. So focus on the pronunciation that they are having, and along with that, see the intonation. Speaking English is not only about go on fluently and just go ahead. You have to give that correct intonation. The vibes, the rhythm should match to the word. Then only you will be able to bring out that feeling from those words. For that, it is required to learn the intonation also. So that is only possible when you will listen. So I'll suggest you go for podcast, have it every day, give 20 minutes, listen to it. आप उसको सुनिए, okay? And then try to apply those sentences when somebody is, particular situation you're talking to him. Try to apply those sentences without being judged. Remove that fear from your mind that somebody is going to judge you. So this is something which I definitely feel you should apply, which I've noted down over here also. So one thing, today's era is full of possibilities. Basically, I think from last 1.5 years, something that has always helped us, and in these 1.5 years, it has always been to a kind and helpful thing to us, which I think, according to me, is technology. Why I said like it is very kind to us? Because of technology only we have been able to survive in this one. Why? Because technology had given everything to us. Similarly, technology has immense of possibilities. How? You have YouTube, different podcast, you have newspaper which you can, now it is in audible format, you need not to read, you can all see all those things in mobile. Netflix, Amazon, different platforms, English movies. When you listen those words when they are doing conversation, you will be able to get basic words. There are two type of English. One which is used in for writing in books. They're very professional, and the another one which we use in regular life. So if you want to learn those words which you use in regular life, go and watch those English movies. So that is definitely going to help you. Technology is something I am able to deliver my thoughts to you because of technology only. So at the end, I would like to end my session on a note stating that which I have written today. The statement I have written today only. Ki once you dream, you start. Once you start, you get one step closer to your another dream. So don't stop dreaming. Dream as much as possible. जितने सपने आते आने दो. And then very next moment, try to apply that. एक खत्म हुआ, दूसरा शुरू. So next video, please tell me how you find this video. आपको अच्छी लगे तो जरूर comment करके बताना. And if you apply these things in your life and you find these things really working, please do comment me on my comment section. You can also write me on my Instagram page, that is English by Arun sir, and I'll definitely be waiting for your response. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's meet into new video with my new experience. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Love you.